What's up, guys? So I know it's been a while, haven't posted any videos or anything for the past I think going on 2 years now. Like, it's been a little tough, for everyone around the world. You know how it is. It's always constantly something new or something stupid that I cannot name on YouTube, or I will get demonetized. But anywho, I decided to come back because I decided for 2023 to start fresh. Start completely fresh and see what I can do. I took a while off, even though it was the very beginning of the game of just trying to be in, a YouTuber and stuff like that. But I decided to come out with a clean slate, see if I can start new projects. And so far, I kind of figured out one. One of them is working on my other vehicle that I drive every single day. So let me introduce you to one little friend. It's called the cylinder head. And if you're wondering why I'm so excited for this little thing, it's because this, if anyone knows, it is for a Geo Metro, 1994 Geo Metro. It is a 3-cylinder, a 1.0 liter monster. It's only pushing out 53 horsepower. I don't know the foot-pounds of torque. Single overhead cam, and it only has a throttle body injection, so one injector powering these 3 cylinders. This car I am trying to fix up. I am trying to daily drive, but at the same time, I'm trying to make it more fun. Thus being said, I have made this car so fun to drive. I can't wait for you to see it. So like what I said, I'm starting fresh. Going to see how I do this year. I'm going to see if I can really, do this thing of YouTube. Because I feel like there's an area of cars that are not really, viewed, just because it's not either a Camaro or a Challenger or some type of like known vehicle, even a Honda Civic or a Scion TC. Surprisingly, there's a lot of those, especially with sound systems. What I'm trying to do is show you guys you do not need to buy a high-end vehicle to have fun. You can have yourself, plenty of fun in a little POS. Now, I'm not going to be building, like, oh, let's take a junk vehicle that's rusted out and try to build it and let's see how it goes. No. What I'm showing you guys is basically how to do it from step one. Because right now I'm 29 years old. I've been doing this a lot. Of course, I do own a Camaro, but like 1985. And yes, now I own a Geo Metro. Why do I own a Geo Metro when you have a Camaro? Wouldn't the Camaro be more fun to drive? Well, in reality, it's this. Camaro, yes, it's fun. Yes, it has a small block Chevy in it. Yes, it sounds really good. The only thing is, especially with the gas prices going skyrocketing, and now they're coming down by, like, right now, the gas prices for my city right now, it is $2.79, and it's staying comfortably there. Unfortunately, the Camaro cannot take unleaded 87 octane. It has to take a minimum of 89 or more, and 89 is around $3 a gallon. And what I'm doing, I am no longer keeping a small block Chevy in there. I am putting an Alice 1 into it. Not a 5.3, not a 4.8, not a 6.0. Unfortunately, I could not find one. But a 5.7 Alice full aluminum block. So I actually got one. I am going to be building it, and we'll be posting more of those here. As for the Geo Metro, why do I have it? It beats the Camaro in one thing, and that is called gas mileage. The Camaro gets around 11 to 10 miles to the gallon. I believe the city. Maybe even less, because the carburetor is so fun to play with, even though it's a Holly. On the Geo Metro, that one gets 53 miles to the gallon at best. And I actually got some plans. The plans are, one, get this cylinder head right here and build it into something amazing. I'm not saying let's build it into an awesome race car, blah blah blah, 3-cylinder, oh my god, you're going to produce like 100 horsepower. No, I'm not saying that. I am basically building the cylinder head, like porting, polishing the intake and exhaust runners. I am going to be basically cleaning it up to make it look nice. I'm going to see what I can do to squeeze a little bit more power. The next one I'm really excited for, okay? This one is going to be more of an experiment because I have not seen anyone do this yet. And I'm really hoping it works and I'm willing to spend the money even though I do not have any sponsorships. Okay, right here, this is the geometric camshaft. This thing is puny. This thing is tiny. I have two. No, I am not making a dual overhead cam setup. There is one in the world. I cannot get into the United States because it is highly expensive and highly hard to get. So what I am doing, I'm going to take one of these cams, and actually I'm going to send both of them out. I'm going to experiment with one little cool little thing. One cam is going to stay stock. The stock cam is going to stay stock duration, stock everything for the vehicle. The next one, I'm going to take one of the camshafts, send it out, and get a what we call a fuel mileage cam, which is a different lobe separation, a different lift, a little bit bigger, I can tell you that. But it will increase fuel mileage and a little bit of horsepower, just by tweaking it just slightly. The next one, for that camshaft, just to have a little fun. This camshaft I will be sending out. I will be sending it out and seeing if I can get it a little bit more fun, like a little bit more lobe. I'm not going to make it sound choppy. I'm not going to make it sound like, oh my god, this is like a mean one. No, I am going to send this camshaft out and seeing if we do get horsepower. And I'm not quite sure how to dyno a Geo Metro in my city. Every single one, it is a chassis dyno everywhere else in my city. The only thing is, they want you to plug in an OBD2 port. That's the hard thing. These are OBD zeros. This one is particular because I cannot tune it. I'm sure I can find a guy who can build a chip or something like that and make me a flash tune for this, but unfortunately, I don't have that kind of access to the internet. So that's number 2. 3, hopefully I can actually do, is I gotta find one first. And I think I have a lead on one. It is building a transmission with a limited slip. Limited slip on certain transmissions and stuff like that will help out in corners. When it comes to cornering too, that is an extra step, which is going to be still step 3 and stuff like that, is adding sway bars onto this car. This car never came with sway bars. It came sway bar less, if I should say. So I found a forum online, thanks to the wonderful internet right there, to put sway bars on front and rear to make this thing not stiffer but less sway, because this thing has no power steering. This car is basic. If you guys ever driven a Geo Metro, you know there is no power steering. There is AC, but there is no power steering. There is no automatic door locks. It's all manual. There is no power lock, so you have to reach over and unlock it. Last thing too on the car that makes it so basic, like the reason why it's so basic is because it's low horsepower. These cars aren't really sought out for. Yes, I know there's a community out there. There is a giant community about this Geo Metro, Suzuki Swifts, anything like that to build these. But unfortunately, no one else sees it what we see. Don't think of this challenge of what I'm doing, basically of building a hot rod or building a sleeper or anything like that. I am building a car to have fun in, but still get me to work and back. Speaking of work, that's going to be a little different too. So my upload schedule is not going to be constant, like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursdays, or every weekend, or every Friday, blah blah blah. I'm going to post as best as I can, as best and detailed as I can. So after all that, I should be good to go. And if I run out of things, of course I can go back to Harley Davidson, the motorcycle project, because I do want to do some things to that to make it more fun, and then definitely take it out into the desert. I also too want to build the Camaro and show you guys that. And of course I'm going to show you every process step and stuff like that, because I'm not a guy who has a lot of money. I am an average guy making somewhat of a lower and then below average income right now, and I am trying my best to stay with the car community. But unfortunately, everyone keeps buying brand new cars, and they just keep adding more stuff and making 1,000 horsepower suitable vehicles. And that's kind of hard to compete when your engine, like in the Camaro, is only pushing around like 320 horsepower, or a Geo Metro that's producing 53. So I think that's the main steps. One, get the Geo Metro running. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing on the plan. Two, I am going to be, after that, modifying slight things here and there. So little modifications. And then three, make it look appealing. Like I am trying to do a conversion to a Suzuki Swift for this little car. And that's all the list for the Geo Metro. So overall, as you can see, I am just this average guy on the internet who's, still loves vehicles, who still loves to work on stuff, but also too wants to be a little competitive, but not so competitive against others. So if you actually do want to follow me and stuff like that on this journey, feel free to leave a comment, give me some advice, give me some tips and stuff like that on the projects, and like and subscribe. If you want to give me more ideas on the cars, what do you think you really do want to see? Let me know. Just type below just what you want to see. And I know there's going to be a lot of comments saying you should boost it, you should supercharge it, you should do something crazy. No, I'm going to do basically average stuff. I'm not going to go high end or anything like that. I am going to do average. If I do ever get popular and it does show, me boosting a lot of stuff like that, I'm going to show you the best way I can. Okay? So, yeah. 2023, here we come.